Hi, it's Bob from HeCooksForMe.com. Welcome to our outdoor kitchen. Today we're going to be putting together some stuffed portobello mushrooms. We stuff them with cheese, lay grilled sweet pepper over the top of them, and top them with a balsamic glaze. Our portobello mushrooms, I like pretty good sized portobellos, and we'll show you how to clean those here in just a minute to use. We're going to use crumbled blue cheese, a shaved parmesan cheese, our peppers, and this is a balsamic glaze. So I cut the peppers into just a thin strip like this. We're going to actually put them on the grill, the skin side down, so it'll blacken that skin just a little bit. Some of that skin will peel off that way, and it makes them softer when we're ready to use the pepper on top. To clean the mushrooms, we just take a damp paper towel and wipe them down. You don't want to put mushrooms in water because they'll soak up all that water, and then you have a mess of juice and liquid that comes out of them. And then with the bottom, we just take a spoon, and you want to take out all of these ribs on the portobello. So you can just use a spoon or a knife and scrape, and all those ribs will just come out like that. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done here in just a second. So this is what our portobellos look like once they're cleaned out. I try to also take a knife and cut off the end of the stem because it gets pretty hard. Just because of the way they're packaged, so you get rid of that kind of really hard chewy piece. So you want to try to keep the ridges as good as you can so the cheese doesn't melt out of them. And then we're just going to put in a little bit of, we're using the crumbled blue. We're frozen up here, so everything is really cold, hard to use. And then we'll also use some parmesan to blend in with it. This is a shaved parmesan, so it melts pretty well. Okay, so my peppers have been on the grill now for 4 or 5 minutes. You can see on them, they have just a little bit of the grill mark blackening on them. And they're also a lot softer than they were when I first put them on. So we're going to call that. So now I put those grilled peppers over the top of the mushrooms. We like to use multicolors of peppers just because of the look of it. It looks just prettier than having a single color across it. And we prepped these to actually have with dinner tonight. So these now we'll just cover and let sit for 3, 4, 5 hours until we're ready to cook dinner tonight. And then they'll just go back on the grill, and we put them on the top rack of the grill while we're cooking. Tonight it's going to be a steak with this. So I've thrown our portobellos on the grill tonight. Normally I would cook them up on the top rack and cook them for 15 minutes or so, maybe 20, to get all the cheese melted and everything else. The top rack works more like an oven where the hot air goes all the way around it and heats it like an oven. Where on the bottom rack it's a direct heat underneath the portobello. But because it's so cold up here right now, we're 20 degrees maybe, if we're lucky, that warm. So I'm having to put them directly on the bottom rack because the grill's not getting hot enough to cook them and get them through. So tonight we're cooking the 2 portobellos. I'm going to actually do a New York strip steak to go with mine. Renee's basically eating the portobello as her main course. This is a very tasty main course, so great for her as well. We're going to throw some asparagus up here on the grill. So our portobellos are now off the grill. You can see how the cheese is all melted through there. The portobellos are soft, and so should be really good. So as a last bit, we take this balsamic glaze and just do a drizzle across it. Makes a pretty presentation, great dinner plate. Can't wait to eat.